Alright, so welcome back. Today is going to be shoulders, basically overhead shoulder press, and then honestly, I'm even considering should I even do shrugs, like stuff when you hold the weight and then you just, you do shrugs. Just try and raise the weight using only your traps, your shoulders, not without activating your biceps. I'm thinking, should I really include shrugs in the workout today? Because that weight is not so heavy. So for me to start feeling any kind of tension, I have to do bare reps, let's say 30 plus, before I start feeling any sort of tension. And it's not really what I'm aiming for. If it was like a calisthenics exercise now, okay, I don't mind hitting high numbers, but weight training to make gains, if you're doing 30 plus reps, it's not really, it kind of defeats the whole purpose of what they even call that stuff. Is it hypertrophy or but I just don't think it's ideal 30 plus reps to make gains like weightlifting. I don't think it's ideal, man. So I'm kind of debating. I might not end up touching it. I might not end up doing shrugs today because 30 plus reps just doesn't feel right anymore. So that one is on me now. I need to find something else to do for my shoulders. I'm not going to be doing side delts using the bottles of water like I said last week. I've thought about it. It's the same as shrugs. If I suffer any sort of tension in my shoulders, I need to do a stupid amount of reps, and I'm not going to do that because I'm not training for endurance. I just want gains at this point. So then again, so yeah, now that I've cancelled side delts, I've cancelled shrugs, it's just remaining overhead shoulder press, and that hits mostly the front delts. It might hit a bit of side delts as well, but maybe just a little bit. But I think mostly it's going to hit the front delts. Maybe to hit a little bit of traps as well. But I think even that one itself, I'm hitting, if I keep on going, I'll start hitting crazy numbers. I think I'm hitting, let's say, depending, when I start the first set, I can hit like 25 reps. Then over time, as I get tired, it starts going down. Or even that one, I think might be a bit too much. But it's way better than shrugs and the lateral raises with the bottles of water, where I have to hit, I think 30. I say 30, but I think 30 is even small because I'm hitting 40 plus on that thing. So I think for now, overhead shoulder press with the long barbell is going to be okay for me. Do like 5 sets of those minimum, not much rest in between the sets to try and feel the impact very well. Like if since I'm only doing one movement, and it's not that hard. Like it's hard, but it's not that hard. It kind of gets hard towards the end of each set, like when you're reaching failure. But as an exercise on its own, it doesn't really feel that hard, like pull-ups for example. So 5 sets of that minimum, try not to rest too much. Let's say, I won't say a minute because a minute is too small. But let's say like 2 minutes. Shouldn't really, at most, if I'm like, when you're working out and you're resting, you don't want it to go past a certain amount, but it ends up passing the amount because you're doing 1 or 2 things in between your set. Like someone just sends you on an errand in between your set. Like it happens a lot, especially if you work out at home. Your parents might just like, can you do this thing for me? Then while you're resting, you end up resting longer than you intended to. But as a side note, so yeah, 5 sets standard minimum. Then just see how it goes, man. Or considering the weight issue, I think I've delayed it for too long. I will need to get something, not just for shoulders, but for everything, because it's not really ideal at this point. Because I think I've not really outgrown, but I've passed the weight I'm using. It's like when you start lifting as a beginner, and then you're lifting 10 kg. After a while, it was hard at first, but after a while, it gets easier, and then it just stops being challenging for you. Then it's up to you to increase the weight to 20, 30, whatever, basically to make it more challenging. Because it's only when you're challenging that your muscles are actually going to grow. So, I think that's the point where I am now. That weight is not challenging anymore. And the only way to feel something when I'm working out is to do a high number of reps. And like I said earlier, that's not what I'm aiming for now. So it's up to me to, change the situation however I want to do it. But yeah, that remains to be seen for the future or in the future. But yeah, man. Nothing else to say. I just woke up from, I think, how many hours was it? I think at least 2 hours nap. 1 hour, I don't know, 2 hours nap. That was why my face is kind of, puffed up. My eyes are sha. It's around 4 something p.m. I didn't go to work today. Today was my CDS. So, yeah, basically just go for CDS and come back. But this week was clearance, so we don't have CDS during clearance week. So I just stayed in. Around 9, went to the bank, came back, ate, then just crashed. Just waking up now, When I come back from work, usually around 5 something p.m., then I make these videos, but, why wait till 5 p.m. when I can just do it now? In a way, I'm kind of missing when I was unemployed. I'll just be in the house all day. You never really appreciate what you have until it's gone. Because back then, I just wanted I told myself I wanted a job, bad, to keep myself busy. But now I have the job and it's like, I would prefer being at home than this thing I'm doing here, honestly. As much as I'll be making, I'm making more money now than I was making when I was unemployed. But back then, it's not like I wasn't making anything at all. I was making something, but it's not as much as it is now. But it had the potential for growth. Like, it rested solely on how much effort I put. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to say that it's on me. Of course, God is there in everything, but a lot of it depended on me as a person. Like, how much work could I put into this thing I'm doing not really on the side, because that was all I was doing, because I had nothing else, no job. But now that I'm I'm unemployed, 8 to 5, let's say 7:50 to 5, self. Man, sure, if a stepping stone, you all start somewhere. So yeah, instead of waiting till 5 p.m., this is 4:14 p.m. So man, I think I was like 46 minutes plus bonus time. So just make use of it. So yeah, man, nothing else to add. Sweating inside there. So let's just get into it, man. 5 sets, not much rests, and then the outro is going to be pretty short, because I think I'm saying anything that's coming to my head now. I'm just saying it, and I don't really want the outro to take too much time. So yeah, man, see ya. So yeah, man. As you know, the workout for today was just there. I can't even say it was alright. You know, some workouts are very, 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 very good. Some are good, some are alright, some are okay. Some are just there, and then some are just bad, some are just horrible. But this workout was just there, man. You know, pump is nothing crazy, to be honest. I barely even felt tension after the first set, but I think in a way it's because of what I said earlier about, you know, the weights being quite light at this point too. Maybe kind of discouraged me before I even started lifting, because it happens, man. When I've noticed when you're not quite looking forward, or when for whatever reason your workout setup, like the place you work out, maybe there's something about it you don't like, and you're thinking about that thing before the workout starts. Like, it happens to me. Like, it happened a lot when I was still in school, and I was thinking about an aspect of my workouts, like my working out, that I didn't really like, kind of discouraged me before I even started working out. And then those workouts, you know, some of them you can try and push past that feeling of kind of discouraged day, man. You can kind of push past it sometimes. Some other times just that's, what do I call it, that energy, you can call it negative or not, it will kind of find its way and influence your workouts. Sometimes it can make your workout, that's why I said if you push past it, it can make your workouts better. If not, it can just make you, you know, perform not as well as you could have. I think that was happening to me today. But I don't know, man. Don't let this stuff deceive you, man. This pump it's not all that. It's not it. So I've had far better. So yeah, man. Like I said, the outro is going to be quite short because I've basically said everything in the intro. So what is left now is to go and take a shower, edit this, upload it, and then, man, I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully. So yeah, tomorrow is going to be arms, biceps and triceps, and then legs in the morning. But I don't record my morning session, so it's just arms for you tomorrow. But arms in the evening, and then legs for me in the morning. So yeah, nothing else to say, man. So stay safe, stay busy, and I'll see you in the next one.